Let's welcome Dr. Bobby Hune, a world traveler and versatile global affairs expert. Bobby provides an international perspective on current events. A PhD in conflict resolution, Bobby is a certified civil and family mediator and the founder of BH Conflict Resolution Services. Bobby, the OUTshine LGBTQ Festival brings us another amazing cocktails and cinema event on September 25th. Tell me, what's happening out?
Audiences will soon experience an emotionally charged tale of duty versus desire when Plainclothes screens as part of OUTshine LGBTQ Film Festival's September Cocktails and Cinema events. Directed by Carmen Emmi, the film follows an undercover police officer tasked with luring and arresting gay men, only to find himself unexpectedly drawn to one of his targets. As the relationship deepens, the officer faces an agonizing choice between professional obligation and forbidden love. Presented in collaboration with Happening Out Television Network, the double screening will captivate will captivate viewers across South Florida. Moviegoers will be able to catch Plainclothes on Tuesday, September 23rd at 7:30 p.m. at O Cinema South Beach, and again on Thursday, September 25th at 7:30 p.m. at Paradigm Cinemas Gateway, Fort Lauderdale. The OUTshine LGBTQ Film Festival is South Florida's premier queer cultural arts event, originating from the Miami Gay and Lesbian Film Festival and the Fort Lauderdale Gay and Lesbian Film Festival. More details about the movie screening are available at OUTshineFilm.com. I have not seen the movie. I haven't even seen the trailer, but it's always good to have places, especially like O Cinema and Gateway. Gateway is very famous here in Fort Lauderdale for screening LGBTQ films and themed events such as, I remember they regularly screens Rocky Horror Picture Show with all the, dressing up, the props, etc., etc., etc. So I'm excited to see this event. But on the other hand, I was like, when is the last time we have a film about, authority luring out gay men in order to arrest them? I'm like, does this take place in the 80s or something?
I was just going to say, it's so great, these stories, because OUTshine really kind of looks for those different types of, stories and puts, gets them onto film and shares them with us. And it's so important because those type of stories, those are things that we think about in our communities, somebody in law enforcement, somebody being attracted to one another and stuff. And it's like, how far do you push the boundaries and stuff? That's kind of cool.
All joking aside, they actually did happen, recently in Florida, in fact, not here, but I think somewhere in Panhandle, where the county sheriffs were actually arresting people after luring them to public grinder.
I think about, wasn't just a few years ago, a U.S. senator was entrapped in a sting.
Oh, yeah, that was Minneapolis International Airport.
But what I really love about this, police still entrapped homosexuals in this country, along with all black people and every other marginalized group they can. But what's interesting with this particular film, and what I love about the film entire culture we have in South Florida, is we put up a lot of cool, edgy films. This is a very subversive film challenging police authority and questioning, what is the morality for police in this, and that's great. I love this. But I remember, we've shown on Queer News Tonight that we've done films about Palestinians and about war and about other groups. And it's just always so amazing to see these different films coming out and really challenging our narratives on what we think is and isn't morality and acceptability.
It's true because, people have different experiences when it comes to law enforcement. Myself, I grew up in a family. My brother's a cop, and I have cousins, and I had my late father, my late uncle, all in law enforcement. And, I always respected and have no problem with police. But I do understand that there are people in our community that have not had that experience and, and they're fearful. So, whatever the story is and wherever it is that you can relate, these are things that you do need to, the stories you do need to hear.
Exactly. And also, to be clear, some of it's just even if the nice guy, he's trying to figure out how to navigate the law and doing the right thing, but sometimes the laws are written in ways that really harm people, and this is a great way of challenging all that.
Yeah.
And Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you at the Plainclothes double screening this September. That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.